Hello there, SirMonkeySuit here. Coming at you today with not a reaction, but this is a sort of a Q&A thing, answering some questions that people have, just all in one go. Makes it easier and actually gives me something to upload today, considering I have uploaded everything that I need to right now. So yeah, one thing I want to address straight off the bat is we did make it. We did make our goal of doing all of this before season 3. And then apparently episode 1 of season 3 is a recap. Fuck! But that being said, fine, whatever. We'll have to deal with it, I guess. First of all, I just want to say, thank you everybody to, I just honestly, you guys made this for me. You know what I mean? I could have just decided to watch this like privately and just do it like in my own time, and I probably would have, I probably would have finished watching it last week because I would have just binged them all anyway. But it was you guys that actually like, made this even more enjoyable for me. Like this experience was really cool. I really enjoyed it. You know what I mean? And that's just because of your guys' enthusiasm above all else. You know what I mean? Like just all the comments. You know what I mean? That's what pretty much got me through it. Like I didn't have, because of like the schedule and stuff, I didn't have time to do anything else. So for the past week and a half, all I was doing was either I was going to work or I was editing and uploading videos. So thank you guys, because at the end of the day, you know what I mean, it was never a chore to me, you know what I mean, doing all of this. I saw people like commenting things like, you know what I mean, like I'm starting to get worried now because you're uploading so much, you know what I mean. It's like, yeah, you never had to worry about it because I was enjoying myself, you know what I mean. It might as well have, like, I mean, it was free time to me, like it was my hobby for a week and a half, So yeah, guys, just thanks again, and just know that from like the bottom of my heart, I am so appreciative to you guys, because you've made this incredible for me. You really have. So I will come and answer some of your questions, okay? So first things first, Colt asks, so will you react to the MHA movie when it comes out? Yes, I will. Now, I don't know when the dub version for that will come out, if there is one. I fucking imagine, and I hope there bloody would be. But the idea is I will be reacting to that, and it'll be something on Patreon. Obviously, to react to a full fucking, like, a full movie on YouTube, it might be a bit too, you know what I mean? Like, there might be a bit too much footage. I might have been copyrighted. So I'm just gonna, I'm gonna try something. Hopefully I'll get it all sorted out by then, but essentially, yeah, I'm gonna do something with Patreon. So, alright, here's another one. Fontes says, haven't started the video yet, but I have to ask, are you going to do the second OVA? Yes, I am. I was planning on uploading that yesterday with the final 3 videos of, or episodes of season 3. Sorry, season 2, but because people were saying that the first episode of season 3 is a recap, in that case, then I'm just going to upload the second OVA in place of that. Now, I'm probably still going to react to season 3 episode 1. And I might just do it in sub, because people say that the dub for that episode is actually being delayed. And if it's a recap, but it might have some other stuff in there, just information-wise, then I will just watch it and react to it just for the information, okay? So yeah, I'm going to do the second OVA. It'll be out tomorrow, Saturday. Salah Ed Buccina, sorry if I am butchering your name. They said Midoriya will be the number one hero, and Shota probably will be number 2. So where will Bakugou be? My theory is Bakugou will die saving Deku. What do you guys think? Okay, right, well, correct me if I'm wrong, I can't remember them saying that Shota would ever become the number 2. I can't remember them ever saying that. But regardless of that, Bakugou always wants to be number 1, and I don't know how much he is going to change, like, in that time. Like, I don't like. I feel like his goal should never change. He should always be going for number one. But like, let's say like I don't know, 5 years in the future, is it going to be? Is it still going to be pissing him off the fact that Deku's better than him, or what? Because if you go by what logic states, Endeavor is actually the, you know, the like in theory he could, or debatably he could be the number one hero, you know. So there might be something with that, in that all three of them all have reasons for being the number one hero. It's just how people perceive it to be, really, you know. Like if people perceive Todoroki to be the number one hero because of the stuff that he does, you know what I mean? So yeah, it's all about that, you know. Like Todoroki could have like the most rescues under his belt, and people could want him to be the number one hero because of that. Bakugou could have defeated the most villains, and therefore he should be deserving, you know what I mean, of number one. And then you have Deku, who might go and defeat like the biggest villain of all time, and therefore he should be given the mantle of number one. So you all have different reasons. If your theory is Bakugou will die saving Deku, now I do not want that to happen. We all know the reasons why. I mean, Christ, it would be like very poetic for that to happen, but God, I do not want to see that happen. He also asks, in season 1, when villains invaded USJ, they said someone from UA gave them a schedule of training. My question, gave them the schedule of training. My question is, who do you think is the traitor? I don't know. I think it's probably safe to say it's probably a pro, because I don't know if any of the students would really have access to that. Either that, or it's somebody that we haven't met yet that's in probably the upperclassmen. So yeah, like the third years or something. Judging from all of the pros that are there now, is there any that I think are like might be prone to doing that? Nah, it's hard to say. I don't think so. I couldn't tell you. Okay. Meggy Moon asks, if you can have a quirk, what could it be and why? What hero name would you choose? Who is your favourite pro, not All Might, and why? Who is your top 10 students in UA? You don't have to choose only from class 1A. Okay. A lot of questions there, but let's see if we can get through them. Right, if you could have a quirk, and what could it be and why? Okay, so season 2, episode 12, I decided what my quirk would be. Now, everyone knows that my love for Bakugou. So you know, me and him, I kind of see Bakugou as my younger brother. Okay, so we're somewhat related. Okay, so my idea was I would have explosions, but because I think of myself as like Tokoyami, like that's kind of like the character that like I would think I'm probably closest to in terms of like my head was at, like how I was acting when I was at that age. So you know what I mean, I was just mixing them up, and I was like, right, well, I would have Batgirl's kind of explosion thing, but it would be like the inverted, and it would be dark version. All right, now somebody commented saying, I think it was Curtis Haley said, instead of explosions, it probably would be cool if it was implosions. All right, so it kind of like all, I think he described it as it all contracts into one. Okay, I'll put the comment up so you can see it, but it all like contracts, I guess, like into a little ball round like around my hands or something, and then like because of the it's almost like the Big Bang kind of thing, but it's like I've got control of it. You know what I mean? So it would all like implode in on itself and then expand and explode into shrapnel kind of thing. And the color, like the color palette would roughly be like purple or whatnot. That's why on the end card of my season 2 episode 25, like the color, like the aura around my character is purple. And why? Just because like my love for Bakugou, you know what I mean. Like I said, I think I like to think of him as my little bro. So yeah. So I wouldn't stray too far from that. What hero name would you choose? Oh God. I mean, it would probably have to do with something about with my quirk. Big Bang might be a one, I guess. I mean, I could take the easy out answer and just say, it's a monkey suit. You know what I mean? And just have nothing to do with, it's nothing to do with what my power is. It's just, yeah, I'm SirMonkeySuit, suit, mate. So deal with it. So yeah, one of those, I guess. Big Bang, probably the closest I can think of to like what my power actually is, so I'll just go with that. Who is your favorite pro hero? Not All Might. Oh god. That's a tough one. That is a tough one. I mean, there's a lot of like side character pro heroes, like things like people that like turn up every now and again, like Death Arms and things. Kamui Woods is he's pretty cool. He's he's been quite funny at times. But probably Eraserhead, I'd probably say. But that's due to like how much screen time he's had. You know, he's had the most character development out of all the pro heroes, I feel. So yeah, probably Aizawa. Who is your top 10 students in UA? Okay, I might have to go from 1 actually to 10 because that is tough. Going backwards. Alright, I would say. Alright, Bakugou, number 1. Number 2, Todoroki. Number 3. Number 3. It'd have to be Deku, I think. 4 Jiro. 5 Ida. 6 Tsu. 7 Tokoyami. 8 Kirishima. 9 Shinso. And 10 Uraraka. I was debating 10th, like either Momo or Uraraka, but I mean after episode 9, and since that's one of like my favourite episodes, I guess I have to put her in for that because I was not expecting her to actually go that far. So yeah, that's probably my top 10. I hope I didn't miss anyone out there. Fuck. Silver Soul Huey asks, so which pro hero do you think or want is perfect for Bakugou to train with in terms of upgrading his combat skills? Now, you go on to obviously say like he's a combat genius and stuff, and so like, is there any way that he can really up that? That is really hard to say. I mean, the only real pro hero that I could even like think of is like somebody that could possibly upgrade his skills is like Endeavor, I guess, because he's got the most wins on his belt. I've seen him fight a little bit. Whereas the others, I just think, you know, in a 1-to-1 fight against the other pro heroes, like, I don't know, I think Bakugou could possibly go hand to hand with. Now, I didn't choose All Might, and the reason for that is because he's not that good a teacher. So, you know, there's that. You could possibly make an argument for Gran Torino, but I don't know. Okay, Xalic. X-Alec. Sorry, buddy. Now that you've finished Season 2 and are moving on to Season 3, do you have any plans to reacting to anything else? Or is Season 3 going to be your main focus right now? Okay, well, now that, you know, I'm going to have to go week to week reacting, that means that there's going to be like a week of like nothing. So, yes, I am planning on reacting to other stuff. I will have something at the end, like the end of this video, with possibly a poll, and you can vote on that and decide what I'm going to be watching. Okay. So yeah, I will be reacting to more stuff because I need to fill out that week, man. Otherwise, there's just going to be dead air in this channel, and I don't think anyone wants that. So, and then number 2, I noticed you had I noticed you had a Twitch channel, and I was wondering if you had any plans for streaming any upcoming games or anything. Any upcoming games? Possibly State of Decay 2. Because I've been waiting for that for fucking ages. But as for anything else upcoming, I don't know upcoming really. But you know, I always like streaming. You know, as long as there's people there like interacting, streaming's always a good time. So you know, I'll be streaming some games. You know what I mean? Like I like streaming Resident Evil and stuff like the traditional ones. Because it's a good it's like a good chill game to like just play, and you know what I mean, I can, you know, answer questions and stuff. So yeah, I'll be definitely streaming, man. Sammy Dre asks, watch Haikyuu piss. I mean, whatever floats your boat, Sammy. I kind of don't get off on that though, but you know, I don't know who Haikyuu is. Girl or boy, I don't really want to watch someone. Watch Haikyuu, please. Oh, sorry. Well, maybe, man. You're gonna have to vote on the poll though. Just jokes. Jetrax Alakaba Sorry, man. It just sounds like these are. I'm pronouncing these completely wrong. Are you going to react to the season 3 trailer? Some say it's a spoiler, but for me, it's just nonsense. Why would the author spoil his own show in the trailer? Trust me, it's not a spoiler. It's just the answer is no, because I kind of say it as similar as like the intros. You know what I mean? I don't like to look at them because there is always that possibility that I might see something, and I just don't want to. I don't want to ruin some surprise for me that I might have got. You know what I mean? Like a reaction that I might have got had I not seen it. Okay, and that's the only reason for it. Now, I'm a bit torn on whether or not to watch the movie trailer. I might watch that, but I'm going to think about it. So, let's see what else we got. What else we got? Rusty T8 Turtot. These names, man. Can you react to a slap on Titan? Is that a porn parody? It's Burst asks a number of different questions. He says, will you be reacting to season 3 in the sub or dub? I ask this because usually one or two things happen. Either the dub doesn't air on the same day as the sub, or the dub will start a week or two after the sub starts. If I'm mistaken, then please feel free to ignore this. Now, the idea is that, well, obviously episode 1's supposed to be a recap, and the dub is delayed for that. So that kind of doesn't matter for the dub, so whatever. I might just react to that in sub. Provided there is actually some, like, substance to that episode, like maybe some filler, but like some information you can get from it, and not just, oh, here's what happened and that's it. Now, after that, so episode 2 onwards, it'll be the dub. I've been watching this show, like, as a dub. So, changing it up, I want to keep it consistent, It mainly comes down to two characters for me, okay? And that is Bakugou and All Might. Those characters in dub, here's the thing, don't get me wrong, I like the subbed voice actors as well, but those two really stick with me. I like Chris Sabat as All Might, and I love Bakugou's voice actor in the dub, I really do. I don't really want to switch that up, you know what I mean? I'll still watch the sub after I've watched the dub version. I've been doing that since the start, so, you know what I mean, I'll always do that. He also asks, are there any genres of anime that you're interested in? I mean, all of them. There are good animes for all genres of anime, so, I do like, obviously I like shonen stuff, but a lot of them can tend to, do the tropes and stuff like that. So some of them aren't the greatest. Obviously, fuck My Hero being an exception to that rule. You know what I mean? So you know what I mean. Just it's like, yeah, just anything and everything, man. If you think it's good, then I'll give it a go. Don't want to pry too much into your personal life, but I want to know a little more about you. Okay, that's fair enough, man. Trying to think of what I already haven't said. Right, my name is Zack. I am 24 years old. I live in the northeast of the UK. Roughly around Newcastle area, hence the Newcastle United black shirt that is hanging right there. We are football crazy over here, or if you're American, we are soccer crazy. I love my team. So I live near Newcastle. I like rock music, but I'm not, I'm not tied down to that. I love all types of music. I'm very artsy in that regard, because I like trance music. I like reggae music. I like all kinds of music, man. But rock music is generally my first love and passion, so that's there. I've played on the drums. I've played bass guitar. I'm learning I'm in the middle of learning like electric guitar right now. I haven't been on it in the past couple of weeks, but pretty much a jack of all trades on those instruments. What else? I love ice hockey. Generally ice hockey isn't a big sport where I am. But that is my favorite sport, and hence the San Jose Sharks jersey. I'm a Sharks fan, and that basically came down to the color. That right there is my favorite color. Now it doesn't really come up very good on camera, but it's more of a teal, not a blue, which it looks like on camera. But like that's basically what it comes down to, because back then, I didn't really have a reason as to what team I really wanted to pick, other than I liked Sharks, and the colour is my favourite colour. I know it sounds a bit superficial, but like when you come from where I come from, and ice hockey isn't exactly big over here, it's like, well, what team could I possibly support? And I think that's it. If you feel like you need like any more information, then just ask, man. But thanks for the question. Zzz. Anime illegal. My question is, did you saw or did you see the CD drama I linked you, and then did your shippometer when Plus Ultra or what? Yes, I did. It was the one where with basically Todoroki and Momo at a festival thing, right? Yeah, I watched it. Yeah, just further cemented that ship, I guess. Aldemar Robles or Robles or one of them. I know that MHA is still fresh, but I would love to see you react to Nanatsu no Taizai next. If you already watched it, then I want to know, what are you reacting to next? Right, well, first of all, I don't know what that anime is. But whatever I'm reacting to next goes down to you guys. You guys can vote in the poll at the end of the video, and I will, and whatever gets picked, I will choose. Now, there might be the top 2 voted. That might be the ones I react to, because, you know, one of them, like, just having one react, I don't know. I might want to keep it a bit varied a bit. Thanks for the question, though, man. Trio Gaming asks favorite ships in MHA. Now, I've already gone over this, like, you know what I mean. I haven't really picked up on a lot of people that I ship. Obviously, Deku and Uraraka's an easy one. But the only other one that I had was Todoroki and Momo. So yeah, I don't really know any other ones really. I don't think so. Someone made a good point. Like, you could really argue like Tokoyami and Sue. You know what I mean? I mean, they make a good team. So could they make a good couple? Who knows? Hope you can answer this. What are your top three favorite male characters and your top 3 favorite female characters in MHA? Okay, that was by Anime Crack Torrent. What is with all these like anime like illegal stuff? What's going on? Is there a conspiracy going on? There may be. I don't know. Okay, well, I kind of answered this before. So my top 3 male characters, and it's, I mean, actually I can go a bit different here because it's not specifically from UA, right? So, right, well, Bakugou, obviously, Todoroki, and then All Might. All Might comes before Deku for me. Now, don't get me wrong, this can change, alright? I'm not like, because I feel like people might take it as like I don't like Deku, or don't like, you know what I mean, maybe understand him a bit. It's just, you know, I like his attitude, like I like the way that he's going, and he does great stuff. It's just that there's so many great characters, like, just because somebody is like 10th in my list doesn't mean that they are like, you know what I mean, they are like boring and I don't care about them. Like, I do. I care about so many characters in the show. Like, I could make like a top 30 and they would all be like considered great. Like, if I could compress them into like a top 5, like top 30, just all into a top 5, then I probably would be able to, you know? Like, that's what I would do. And my top 3 female. Okay. Well, Jiro obviously is one. Sue and Uraraka. Phantom Works. He asks a lot of questions, but let's see if we can get through them. What channel or top 3 channels inspired you to finally make a reaction channel of your own? Alright, well, there was just one, and that was Blind Wave. They, you know, if you watch them, you can see what, like, exactly what I'm taking away from them. It's the idea that I'm writing down stuff and I'm talking about it afterwards. Now, in my mind, if I'm watching somebody reacting, I prefer it when there's like more than one person. And that's kind of like my kind of critique against myself, is like, you know, is that because I'm so much into the discussion part and talking about it afterwards, it is a bit frustrating to me that I can't talk with people in real time, my thoughts on this stuff. And somebody made a great point, now that we're like down to every week between episodes, like, it would be cool if I was to like possibly stream straight after watching it, and then, you know, you people can jump in and then I can go through all of the stuff that I have, and then we can actually have a conversation and actually discuss this stuff, which is actually a good idea. So I might focus on that. But yeah, it was Blind Wave. Those guys are fucking incredible. Those guys are great. Really recommend watching those if you haven't heard of them or you haven't watched them, because they are me, but there is like there's normally 4 of them, but like, you know, it's a really good conversation. They're really smart as well. Much smarter than me. What is your best prediction on whether or not Bakugou will turn out evil? Personally, I have no idea if you may or may not, but I find it interesting if you ever did. No, he won't. No. That's an easy one for me. He won't. While his persona would easily be described as villainous, he is not a villain. He's not a villain. He's a hero. He always will be a hero, because that's what he wants to be, the number one hero. He doesn't want to be the number one villain. Nah, he wouldn't. There's no way. What concretes that point was in episode 24 when he actually decided to work with Deku. He would not do that if he wanted to be a villain. He would have just given up, I think, and just lost, like you said. What were some of your favourite animes up to this point in watching Boku no Hero? Are there a lot? Just list 3, lol. Or if there are a lot, just list 3. I've listed these before, but Yu-Gi-Oh! The First Generation, Bleach, and Death Note. Will you use a free pool system such as a website straw poll, for everyone to vote on the next anime for you to watch? I don't have a lot of time today, so I will think about it while I'm at work. But when I edit it later, I will see if I'll either I'll just put it in the YouTube video, or I will put it on straw poll. But yes, it will be free. It will be free for now. Like this idea that doing like Patreon stuff if I start getting to like, if I'm reacting to 3 series at one time, for example, there might be, if I want to like upgrade, so I start doing 4 series, then the 4th series might be a pool that patrons only can do. It doesn't really sound very nice, like blocking people who aren't patrons or whatnot, but yeah. I kind of don't want like anybody who can just come in, who may have just joined, for example, and have like their say on it, because it might ruin like all of you guys who have supported me, which I'd rather have your opinions as opposed to people who are literally just coming in. I'd like for people to be here and actually be like part of the community before like, actually like an understanding like what we're about before like being able to vote. So the first couple will be free, yes. Will you make future reactions one anime to be able to keep up the 2 reactions per upload, not necessarily per day up? I think there will be multiple series going on at one time. Now, because of this, it's obviously there's MHA, and that's going to be every week. Now I need to fill out the week. I need to fill out the week in between, all right, because there's a big gap there. So there might be multiple. Now 2 uploads a day is still what I'm aiming for. So, do you have Juan MGZ asks, do you have a My Anime list? If not, can you make one? It's a great way for us viewers to know exactly what shows you've watched and what your scores and thoughts about them. And it is good for you because we won't recommend stuff you've already watched. Yes, I do. I will put a link down in the description to it, so you can have a look at it. Bear in mind, I haven't used it in quite a long time, so there's some stuff that might not even be on there. But it gives you an idea of the stuff that I have watched, okay? Marcos V asks, if Bakugou somewhat gave Deku his superhero name, do you think Deku will give Bakugou his superhero name? Now, people said that you might go by Kachan. Now, the only way I would even like for Bakugou to go by Kachan is if it kind of catches on, like, and he doesn't want it to. Like, if Kachan's like, I don't want that to be my hero name, but then people just start using it anyway. That's the only way I will accept it. Because, if it went any other way, I don't know. I don't know about going any other way. I would like Bakugou to, like, just have to live with the fact that that's what he's going to be called now. So it has to go that way. If not, then people said that it's a rumor that you might go by Ground Zero, which I think is a fucking cool hero name, and I think that's probably the better option, I'd say. But yeah. Brand55 asks, what character, either present in the show now or just mentioned in the backstories, would you want to know more about? Tough one. Very, very tough. I would say Kirishima, probably, yeah. It's Panda asks, I would like to ask how involved you are in the superhero fandom. Have you read any comics, watched any of the movies, DC or Marvel? How involved am I? Well, I've watched all of the movie, the Marvel Cinematic Universe movies up until this point, except Black Panther. And I'm really excited about Infinity War. Now, as for like reading comics and stuff, no, I've never really been into that. Even when it comes to like things like manga and things like that's only fairly recent. In like possibly like 5 years ago is when I started even reading manga. You know what I mean? Generally, it's just because I'm never really one to like sit down and read. It's a bit too over comfortable for me. I feel like like if I like lay it down, I'm just like reading stuff. It like makes me want to fall asleep. So I've never really been into like reading things or anything like that. So manga's a bit different. You know what I mean? I've actually enjoyed my manga recently, but yeah, comics was never one that I've never like really got into. J.A. Janine says, "Are you ready?" Hashtag plus ultra. Yes, I am ready. Epic Jory asks, "What do you think of this? It's something that came up after the chapter this episode adapted." I mean, I don't know what I'm saying really. I guess that like there's the blue eyes thing. Other than that, I really don't see a resemblance. The only real thing I can possibly take away from that is when he was, they like attacked Shigaraki, and Kurogiri had to like teleport things away. We got a little tiny bit a look at what possibly his quirk could be. Now there was little like orange. I don't know if they were embers. I don't know. Okay, so is it possible that this guy could be a relative? I don't know. Like maybe could he be a cousin to Todoroki? Possibly. I don't know. But I would think that the blue eye thing is actually indicative of the mother. Like that's a gene passed down from the mother, right? Or does Endeavor have blue eyes? Oh fucking hell, I can't even remember. Yeah, I don't know though. But the only thing I can really see like between them is the blue eye thing. So I don't know. Here it is. Okay, so Jonathan Yaraya, he says, now that season 3 ACN is going to be a weekly, is it possible for you to go live once a week before or after each episode for like an hour to talk and theorize about the episodes of season 3? Yes. Now that is a great idea, and I'm going to see about doing that because I would like to discuss this with you guys after watching the episode, because it gives me someone to actually talk to and not just talk to myself. Okay. So yeah, thank you, Jonathan. Great idea. Luffy Knives asks, did you think when you first started the series you'd love it so much? No. To have that kind of expectation, if I ever had that expectation, then I probably wouldn't. I mean, I don't even know if I would still like I would like this as much as I do, because like that kind of to expect that kind of level of like of greatness is is pretty insane. I hadn't a clue like how much I would like this. I just heard that it was good and it was popular. And I was going to watch it, and then I saw Blindwave was reacting to it, so I was like, okay, I'm going to do it myself then. I'm going to react to it. And I just set myself a goal, get them all out before season 3. And I did that, and it's my favorite anime now. So thanks, man. Thanks for the comment. Faisal Hira, question for you: is there any possibility for you to react to an anime movie? I want to say you react to Kimi no Nawa. Yes, well, I mean, yeah, anime movies and stuff like that, even just general movies as well. Like that's something like I kind of want to do. I'm gonna have to figure out how I'm gonna get around it. You know what I mean? Because I don't really want to show like any footage really of movies like on the same, like in the file. Just because of copyright reasons and things like that. But there'll probably be something in Patreon like eventually where, we can start we can play the movie at the same time, and then we can watch it together, and that'll be something that I'll do. But yeah, I'll react to movies, man. But that'll be something through Patreon. Prof Odyssey asks, what do you want more of when it comes to the show, and also what don't you like about My Hero? What do I want more of? I mean, this is tough because it's my favorite anime. I am stuck with bias about what I really would change about it. I mean, I've been assured by people in the comments that, you know what I mean, every character's getting some fucking development. So like that would have been my like what I want more of. I want more development of the characters, but I'm sure that that's coming. So, you know, and then what would I change or what don't I like? The only thing I don't like is that whole quirk registration thing. Like, I understand that the quirk registration has to be there. I just don't like how Todoroki, Deku, and Ida all got, like, fucking, you know, almost reprimanded for what they did. Now, the only one I think should get reprimanded is Ida, just because, you know, he went out of his way for revenge and didn't see the hero thing. But the other two were just, you know what I mean, they were just saving fucking lives, you know what I mean? So I feel like, you know, there is stuff there. Somebody made a good point in that, you know, it's not, you know, the quick registration's there generally because if it wasn't and everything, like all of this went out public, that the general public would actually like uprise and want more limitations. So yeah, there's points to be made on both, but that was the only thing that I can really remember from these past 38 episodes that I can really like latch onto and like what pissed me off. That was it. Does Uncle asks, does SirMonkeySuit or SirMonkeyNut have a Twitter for updates, etc.? Yes. All of my things are now down in the description. Okay? Everything's down in the description. I have my Twitter. I have the link to my Patreon there. I have the link to my Discord there. All of you guys, just fucking bosh. Take it all. Coplex asks, Koda can control animals, so can he control the principal? I believe the answer is no, generally because he's not an animal. He is a human that looks like an animal. That's the only thing I've got. Yoshi Kid Vlogs ask, I love that Hatsune Miku thing in the background. Where did he get it? Now I've already told him where I got that, but that thing there is a Hatsune Miku towel, I believe. Now I got that in a Loot Anime crate, so it may be on the Loot crate website for singular sale, maybe. If not, then I guess you just, you know, just look up like Hatsune Miku towel loot, something like that. Hopefully there might be someone selling it if you want it. King Sloth asks, out of curiosity, what are you writing? Always see you scribbling something. Ha. Well, I imagine this guy's like, he may be one that like watches the reaction and then nothing else. You know, because, you know, otherwise it'd be fairly obvious. I'm just writing stuff down and taking notes so I know what to talk about after the reaction for the discussion. By Haki asks, he has a suggestion. Would you please make a video about the opening, ending, and which one is your favourite? Now, those kind of come in hand with the reactions. Like, I'll leave, like, some bits of the opening and endings in. Which one's my favourite? They are all great. They are all great. I really like the third one. I really like the third one. But they are all great. They are all spectacular. Ending. I really liked... Now... I did like the fantasy like RPG one. I did like that, but I don't know. I like the second ending, the one during the tournament arc. He also asks, are you interested in a sport manga with character-driven storyline? React to Haikyuu. Yes. I wish there was an ice hockey one. Like, fucking God, I would love that. We'll answer one more question, and then I've got to go to work. Now I might answer more when I get back from work. We'll see. Here we go. This is a good one. Okay, Jetrax Alcava asks, why SirMonkeySuit? What's the story behind the name? Okay, so when I was in high school, I was on the drums. That's why I started learning drums. You know, me and a few friends wanted to make a band. I was really into punk at the time. A lot of people there like punk. So we made a band, a punk band, and the name was MonkeySuit. And it never really went very far, but I did hold on to the name. And while MonkeySuit was the group of people, you know, I was the only one that really held on to the name. So I singled it out, put Sir in front of it. So, you know, that is me. I am SirMonkeySuit. That is the story. I've had that since 2010. Yeah. Okay. So that's all I've got for now. I will be back later. It'll be much darker. But you know, I'll go through maybe more questions and the poll and all of that kind of stuff in a second. So I will see you guys in a bit. Hello everybody, back again. Alright, so it is nighttime now, in case you didn't notice. I have just gotten back from work, had something to eat, and we need to continue on with this video. I've decided to do more questions because there are so many, and because I didn't have time to pick out all of the ones beforehand and then just make the video straight away, I need to literally look through all of the fucking comments. So yeah, it is taking a while, but you know, I'll cut out all of the bits in between where I actually don't see them. All right, here's one. Amano_S asks, Season 3 starts this Saturday. Are you going to watch each episode weekly, or are you going to wait for Season 3 to finish before watching it? I will be doing it weekly, at least until all of the, as long as all of the dubs are out. There is, I believe there's like 5 episodes or 6 episodes where they've already like dubbed and they'll come out the same time as the sub does, or the original. But then after that, there's going to be a bit of a wait. So, you know, I'll just be reacting to them as they come out. No One at All asks, what are you most looking forward to in Season 3? Moment, theory, and character-wise. Okay, well, as for moment, I have no idea, because I haven't read the manga, so, you know, I don't know what I'm supposed to expect. The only moment I can really gather is what they've actually said in the anime, which is they are going to the training camp. So I guess that's what I'm looking forward to. Alright, theory, I'll go with what I thought was going to happen in episode 25, or like what they said they were preparing for, which was to essentially make Shigaraki the next All for One, right? I guess that, but I don't know how far down the line that is. That might not even be Season 3 at all. I don't know. That maybe, like, this season may focus more around the new villains that joined the League of Villains, so I don't know. But that's what I'll go with. And character-wise, more Bakugou stuff, honestly. More character, like, not even just Bakugou, but like all class, like all development. I love development, I really do. I love the way this show does it. It's not too in your face, and it's not like when it eventually does like happen, you know what I mean? You're not like, oh, I can't be bothered with this. I'm not, but you know what I mean? I feel like I like everyone in Class A, you know, Class 1A, so that's good. Sammy Dre asks, I don't know, who love more, Jiro or Bakugou spiky hair? Who do I love more? Well, I love them both for different reasons. Okay? Jiro is my waifu, and I will love her for that reason. Bakugou is my little brother, and I love him for that reason. But, you know, in all seriousness, obviously Bakugou is my favourite character. So, you know, it depends on what you're asking when I say love, you know. Are you asking for like the you know, the clear jokey answer, or the serious one? You just interpret whatever I say, and then just, you know, you go with that. David Genestad, sorry if I got that wrong, asks, what makes Jiro stand out to you compared to the other girls of Class 1A? And it is very simple. She is, you know, I did actually respond to this guy, but just in case anyone else didn't catch it and wants to know why, it's just because she exudes like a more, you know, punk sort of alternative style, which the other girls don't have. And I've always had a soft spot for girls with that kind of, you know, that kind of style and like the way they hold themselves, and that's the reason why, you know. When I actually was just like, yeah, Jiro's my waifu now, that was like episode 10 or something of season 1. And at that point, like, none of the girls really had much exposition, other than Sue. So, you know, like, so that's why, like, you know, like Sue for me is like is second in terms of girls. But, you know, yeah, Jiro's just, you know, I like her fashion sense. I like the way she thinks, and she has some of the most cutest fucking little cheeky like still anime shots that I like to like. I look out for them and I spot them, and they're great. The best one's when she has like a tongue out and she's like, it's so cute. Which every time I pick up on a little cute little snapshot of her, I'll always zoom in on it because it's funny and it's cute. TJ Gibson asks, what is that Sharks jersey? I looked up 54, and the only guy to ever wear it was for the Sharks played one game like 5 years ago. I'm assuming it's custom. Yes, it is. As I said before, I am an ice hockey fan, and the color, yeah, doesn't really show up very well in this, but it is like more teal and not blue. Um, I- 54 has always been my number. Now, the reason for this is because I live in the UK where football or soccer is predominantly like that is the sport, that is our like the big sport, you know. Um, I used to play that when I was younger, and I played as a striker, so I would play up front. I would predominantly be the one scoring the goals, and you know, top goal scorer by the way. I've got the trophies somewhere. I think they're up in the attic actually, but so you know, if you are a top striker, the number that you really want is 9 on the back of your shirt. Now, when it came to ice hockey, the jerseys are so big. I don't like the idea of I don't like single numbers on these jerseys. Because it just feels like there's too much, like there's so much more space. I've always thought it's cooler when you have two numbers. So what I did was I just put 5 and 4 as in 5 plus 4 to equal 9. So you know, in the past when I've used usernames for things, I think before I even changed my name to SirMonkeySuit, I was using MonkeySuit 54, and I've had that for a number of different things when I was using my username for stuff. I had MonkeySuit 54, so that's the reason why I've got 54 in there, and yeah, it's custom because I've got my name on the back. Ears bit, yeah, but it's a cool jersey, man. Like, you know, I really love the logo on it. You know, I did graphics design at college and stuff, so you know, I like my graphics and my logos and things. So yeah, there you go. Thanks for the question, man. David Jennisted asks another question, and he says, "What stands out to you the most?" Also, you got any ships on the show? Well, we answered the ships, but what stands out to you the most? I imagine he's just asking like generally, in terms of like my hero. A lot of things stand out, like really like up there, like highly, probably like it's the life lessons really that stand out to me the most. Like things you can take away from the anime to actually use in your own life. And I find this with a lot of anime anyway, is that generally, you know, a lot of people don't like the comparison. But if you were to compare, you know, Eastern anime and like Western cartoons, right? Now, you know, you can't argue the fact that you can't compare the two because they're different, because they're just that different. I feel like the Eastern anime tend to focus on more life lessons, while as Western animation, like or cartoons, they tend to focus more on sort of entertainment value. So you know, just things for the sake of it. There's a lot more detail in anime. So yeah, it's probably like the life lesson thing that I get from it, you know. But there's a lot of things that stand out, you know, just because everything in this anime works in sync with each other perfectly. So you know, I mean, you've got the music, you've got the life lessons, you've got the, you know what I mean, the inspirational themes going through, you've got the great voice acting, you've got, you know what I mean, the amazing animation, and all of that kind of, and then behind that you've got the story to boot. So it all just kind of builds into one like amazing gyroscope of fucking awesomeness. We'll go with that. So yeah, that's what stands out to me the most. Thank you. Trio Gaming asks, would you ever start playing games on this channel? If so, what would you do first? Alright, so this channel was primarily a gaming channel. Like, there are still videos down there of me playing games, and my brother as well. You know, like, I still will, you know what I mean? It's just like on how frequent, it just depends on how many people watch. You know, I love games. I'm a gamer at heart. So you know, the thing is that, you know what I mean, I've spoken about this before. Is, you know, the idea that you can't get motivated when you do a lot of work, you know, editing and all that, uploading, and things never get watched. Now, you'll see all my gaming videos, and they're not that well viewed. There's some of them that are, but you know, due to like, you could really act like it's kind of clickbait. Like, for example, Alien Isolation. It had just come out, and I got to a point where we were in the alien hive, and it's kind of like a twist in the story at that point. It's like a surprise. So I titled the video, like, I don't know, like, Alien Isolation playthrough part 21 or something, and then titled Hive in quotation marks, and then the screenshot was me in a hive. You know what I mean? It's like, so, it's not necessarily like people are there to watch me game. It's more like they were just like, oh, what's going on, and they just wanted to see it, and that was it. So, if honestly, if people want to watch me play games, that's great, because I love it. I would love that. I don't want to just predominantly do reactions on this channel. I'll have the reactions there, sure, because people actually like it. So, what I mean? If they like it, I'll do it. But I'm still gonna have that like kind of root in me where it's like I'm doing games, so I will do games as well. Okay. So thank you for that question. Okay, right, and I think we are getting past like the questions now. So there's literally just one left, and this is just I am answering this question because this is somewhere where I can just tell people to go if what I mean they ask this question, and it is by One Punch Man. He asks, so why do you like Bakugou so much? He's a bit of a cunt. No. This is the thing, okay? He's the most interesting. Because while other characters in the show tend to show their hero faces up front, you know what I mean? Bakugou doesn't. He doesn't do that. He shows his heroism when it matters most, and that's why I'll always feel it a lot more when he eventually does be a hero, like with Deku with the others, they're like so like about being a hero that you expect them to intervene at every opportunity. Like every time there's something bad happens, they're always there. You know what I mean? And that's good. That's their character. That's what they should do. But with Bakugou, I anticipate it. I anticipate is he gonna do something heroic here? Now, anticipation is a big tool when watching a show because it just builds up that kind of tension feeling, and then so when that tension is building up, the more it builds up, when that finally goes, it's the climax and all that. It's even more. It surprises you even more, and it's the sensation is a lot more. It's bigger, and because Bakugou doesn't do a lot of heroic stuff. You know what I mean? Like he's done it a few times where he saved Deku from Kurogiri, like in episode 12. He did it in the OVA, the first OVA, where he fought a disguised All Might and stuff. He has these heroic moments, but they're very few. They're very few and far between. But when it does happen, it's like that is when it's really powerful, and it affects me a hell of a lot more because I anticipate when he's going to do it. All right. Yes, he can be a bit of a cunt. I've never disputed this. I've never condoned the way that his persona is, the way that he acts, like when he's bullying Deku and stuff like that. Yes, of course he's a bit of a prick. But at the end of the day, if that's all you're saying, if you are not looking past that, then you're not looking hard enough. You don't have to like him. I've never told you guys, look, you should like this guy. I'm not telling you to like anybody. Everyone has their own opinion. But the facts are there that it's not just he's a prick and that's it. That's not all his character is. You need to look past that. And if you can't, then sorry, it's not my problem. Alright. Those were a lot of questions, and I got through as many as I could see. If I didn't get yours, I'm so sorry. It's just like there's so much to go through. Okay, so I'll probably be making another one at some other point. So if you just want questions, you know what I mean, then it's probably better to do it through my Twitter actually, so I can see, because there's a lot of comments to go through. You know what I mean, a lot of them are just like takes on what's happening in the anime, and they're not actually questions. So I need to filter through them and stuff. So it's probably better off to go to my Twitter and put in like hashtag SMS Q&A. With all of that out the way, just a few more things to go through. People have been asking for my Twitter. Okay, so my Twitter will be in the description below, or I'll just print it on screen. I have a Discord, the MonkeySuit Discord. So I will put that in the description as well, so you can join the Discord and ask questions, join the community vibe that's going on over there. And finally, my Patreon. So I said I would talk about it. I've thought about it, and somebody has already joined my Patreon, even though there's nothing there. So thank you, dude. I believe you go by the name Lozo Valazo in the comments. Or it's in the comments in the Discord, or is it Prof Odyssey? Yeah, Prof Odyssey on YouTube. So thank you, man. Thank you so much. Like, I wasn't expecting like anyone to even join it, like at all, let alone before I actually had anything up on there. So thank you, man. I appreciate it so much. Thank you. So yeah, the Patreon is up there for the people that want it. So I will start getting stuff on there, and when I start doing my new reaction stuff, the videos will be going up sooner on there. How soon? I haven't really figured that out yet. I don't know how much earlier. Okay, I'm gonna have to figure out some kind of schedule. So it's actually worth it and it actually makes sense to you guys, because quite frankly, you deserve it. Yeah, and I believe that is all for that. Now, the last order of business is, what am I going to be reacting to next? So, Attack on Titan. That is happening, okay? When I'm going to start that? Possibly this weekend. Since, I don't work on weekends, I have all that free time, I'll probably start Attack on Titan this weekend. And I want to do another one. So I've got My Hero every week. I've got Attack on Titan, which I can catch up with, and there's going to be a third one. So the third one is all up to you guys. I will create a straw poll, since somebody asked for that. So the straw poll link will be down in the description. Go there, vote for what you want me to vote on next. There will be a bunch of stuff there. Haikyuu will be in there. And I'll have a look through the comments and see what people are wanting me to react to. I'll just put them all in there. Everyone can go there, vote for your favourite one, whatever you want me to react to, and that is what we will go with. I will let that poll run for 48 hours, possibly over the weekend, and I will get back to you on what I will be reacting to next, and that will be what I'll be reacting to next will be posted on my Twitter, and I'll probably just put it on Patreon as well. So yeah, make sure you follow me on Twitter, so you know what's going on when I'm actually rendering a video, editing it, uploading it, and everything regarding polls and things like that. Okay, and I believe that is all I need to talk about. But knowing me, I've probably forgotten something. But what am I gonna do? I can't do anything. But oh yeah. I can't remember if I talked about this before. See, this is the problem. Recording before going to work and then recording after. I can't remember what I've talked about. I'm probably going to upload the OVA 2 Saturday or tomorrow, because of episode 1 of season 3 being a recap, possibly. So I'll probably upload that then, okay? But I have already watched it, so it's already sitting there. The file's already there. It can be edited down and stuff. So yeah, I think that's it. So thank you everyone for sitting through. Thank you everybody. Fucking thank you so much. You know what I mean? The guy who joined Patreon before anyone was up, that's honestly absolute legend. Thank you so much. You're going in the end card of my fucking video for being the first person to fucking join my Patreon. What a legend. And thank you everyone for just watching, just being awesome people. Thank you so much. You fucking you've made this amazing for me, and I can't thank you enough. So yeah, that was all. So until next time, I'll see you later. Bye bye.